So the first thing I want to do is a flat wash. So to do that, you want to have enough paint to finish your wash. You don't want to have to mix up more paint before you do it. So I'll take this orange that I got, and for the flat wash, I'm just going to start at one end, and I didn't get that fully mixed up, did I? And I'm going to just bring it down, keeping the leading edge wet. Try not to overwork it. I'm just going to even that out a little bit, but I don't want to overwork it because the paper generally can't handle it. Plus I'm liable to get little goopers in there. That's trying to be a flat wash, but maybe I'll jump the gun a little bit and show you how to do a little wet and wet. So while it's still wet, I can drop some paint in there. Again, this is easier to do with watercolor paper, but you can still sort of see how it works. It kind of blooms there. And then the other thing is you take your paper towel, dry out your brush, and then you can start to pick things up. So I can wipe my brush and lift out areas. So wet and wet, you drop paint into the paint while it's still wet and it blooms like that. Lifting out, you take your dry brush and you start pulling out the wet paint. Let's do take two on the flat wash. We'll do it with red this time. So here we go. I'm gonna just keep my edge wet, that leading edge. Don't let it get a chance to dry out. And hopefully that will even out as it dries. The goal is to try to make it as flat as possible. And then the next one is going to be a gradiated wash. So for this one, I'm going to make it really dark up here at the top. Maybe even grab some fresh from the bowl, make sure it's nice and dark here. But again, keeping that leading edge wet. And then I'll clean my brush and I'll start pulling the paint down. So part of the loveliness of watercolor is how spontaneous it is and all that. So, and I can go back in a little bit if I want. Drop my brush, pull it down. It's still a little streaky. All right, that's gonna have to be good enough. See if I can get it to run down a little bit.